Hey, TWF fam, I'm excited to be here today with Jason McGee, Director of Partnerships from Teikametrics. Happy to have you on, Jason.
Hey, thanks, Dan. I've been looking forward to this, man. I know we've been working together a long time, and it's about time we realign and let the world know what we've been up to.
Absolutely, brother. And, you know, this is particularly a great one for our audience because of the way that we use value propositions. If you guys are looking for an immediate way to be able to be proficient in offering value propositions, Teikametrics gives you that capability with one of their new programs called Flywheel. So one of the things that we're on here doing as well is we're going to talk about the partnership that we're doing with Teikametrics. Flywheel is a new, awesome software. Jason's going to tell us all about it, and he's going to give us a walkthrough. So that's really awesome too. But more importantly, let's talk about the deal that's exclusive to the TWF audience.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're doing for anybody who comes from the TWF audience, we're going to give them all a free 30-day trial of Flywheel. We actually used to run a trial on our old solution that a lot of you folks use called the Sponsored Product Optimizer. We're now opening the floodgates for a free trial for you folks to be able to get in there for the first 30 days, get access to Flywheel, use it, and really be able to see it work for yourself. So really excited to work with you on this.
I mean, not only can they get in there and start using it, and you could start making money with Flywheel almost immediately. Like, here's one of the incredible things is we've always used Teikametrics to optimize our ads. Like, we realized really early in the process that it's just not something that we wanted to do. Like, we just didn't have the expertise, but we also didn't have the time to manage it. So
that's the big thing. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but like, that's the biggest thing too, is like, hey, do you know what you're doing? No. Okay, perfect. Let us help. Do you know what you're doing? Yes. Okay, well, it takes about 6 to 10 hours a week if you're doing it right to go in there and update all the bids and cross-reference reports. Like, your time should be focused on building your business and establishing relationships with your vendors and growing that aspect. Like, and not to mention, like, there's this human element of error involved with the math that it takes. Let somebody like us who use big data to help folks optimize. That's what we're here to do. But we're good at what we do. You guys are as well. So let's divide and conquer.
Exactly, man. And it's funny because that was ultimately the kicker for us is really what got us using the software is, you know, we weren't very good at it. And, you know, like you said, that 6 to 10 hours a week of just sitting there going back and forth and not even doing it optimally. That's the problem. It's like, I'm spending all this time, I'm not even doing it optimally, and I'm not getting the results that the vendors that we work with actually need. So like Flywheel is actually, you know, it's used to, we were using the Sponsored Product Optimizer, but Flywheel has revolutionized that. It's added more data and more awesome features that make already the best performing software in the industry even better.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. I mean, so if you look at the evolution, Sponsored Product Optimizer was predominantly focused on using your advertising information that comes from Amazon and then optimizing that. But what we realized is, hey, look, we do a very good job of this, but we might be solving the wrong problem, or if we don't understand their why, or why they're trying to advertise, where they are in their product life cycle, what their profit margins are, we're just missing the most important components, the first two steps, you know, the first two stepping stones to get there. So what Flywheel does is it not only pulls in your advertising information, it actually pulls in your sales history, your pricing history, your conversion history, inventory, et cetera. So we understand the context for when we take this information. And the big step here is actually then having that affect how you advertise. Those are the two most powerful things combined. So it's ridiculously powerful technology that some of the world's best brands are using, and it's pulling in this data set information that allows you to actually take action on it as well. So that's obviously what we're excited to talk. I mean, it gets me jazzed up. So.
Oh, for sure, man. And it's crazy because I was talking to you before we started recording about one of the lines that we're carrying, and we had this problem. We were trying to optimize it, and it's not a very big line. We were trying to optimize it ourselves, and we could not get results no matter what. We actually started using Flywheel, and currently our ACOS is below 10%, which we didn't even think was possible. Like, we actually did not think it was possible that it could get there. And not only are we generating we talked to them about running advertising, talked to the brand owner about running advertising. So we're fulfilling that value proposition, but now we're advertising at a level where we're we're actually making money on the sponsored ad sales in addition to all the extra organic traffic that you get by running sponsored ads.
That's exactly why we named it Flywheel. Is if you do ads and you do it right and you leverage our data technology, it's going to lower your costs and increase your ad sales. It's actually going to drive more organic sales, which means more reviews, et cetera. And then it spins the flywheel faster. That's why we named it that.
That's awesome. I actually didn't even know that's why it was named, but it definitely does that. I mean, it's a fitting name. No, I mean, we just seen, that's exactly what we've seen with that particular line is not only was it able to get our advertising cost in line and increase those sales, but then the organic sales that came from that have just been actually unbelievable too. So, I mean,
one thing we didn't talk about that you're going to be excited to know and specifically is obviously the whole goal of advertising isn't to generate ad sales, which surprisingly a lot of folks think that ACost is the only thing that matters, which it does because that determines whether you're spending money responsibly and you're profitable with your sales. But we've actually created and dubbed a metric we call TACOS, which is total advertising cost of sale. What this does is like ACost on steroids, because what it shows you is the money you're spending on ads, how is it increasing your organic sales and your organic revenue as well. So the whole point is to spend money on advertising to get a return on your overall revenue. You're able to see this within our tool. That's exactly what we're able to show with this new technology.
I mean, think of that. Think like just what you're saying right there, just being able to have the insights to know what type of organic traffic you guys are generating by using ad spend. Like it's a really, really powerful tool, and it's something that we are really excited about. And I want to talk to you about why Flywheel hits this spot in the market, why it's an important software. Like Amazon is becoming a pay-to-play marketplace. And we've seen this in other traditional venues like Google, Facebook. You're starting to see it with Instagram where ad costs start going up. And you have to be able to optimize to be able to play profitably. And that's one of the things that Flywheel allows you to do.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, it is a pay-to-play marketplace. And when you actually think about your profitability, you need to consider that like your advertising spend is just in line with the commission Amazon charges, storage fees, et cetera. So there was a really good quote in a Marketplace Pulse article. I'm trying to see if I have it over here. I think it says the internet makes it possible for any product anywhere in the world to be on Amazon. Advertising is how they find your brand. And that's it. So if you're going to these vendors, they're not experts at this either. It's like, look, you guys have done a heck of a job at this point. Let us show you how to drive traffic to this and help it convert. That's what we're trying to do. So we want to do things like increase sales velocity, increase your conversion, lower your ACosts. Actually, I'll share this stat with you. We just ran an analysis on numerous amounts of clients. And over the first 60 days of using Teikametrics Flywheel, they were actually increasing their revenue 34% at the same ACost level. So sometimes folks have a strategy of lowering ACosts and that's what they just want to do that. Some folks like, look, my ACost is fine. Let's make sure we're skyrocketing sale. I mean, 34% increase in revenue at the same ACost levels. I mean, that's just very powerful stuff.
Right. I mean, think of that, TWF fam. Like if you're able to literally show a vendor exactly what that money is being spent on, how powerful is that? You're able to show them how many new customers they're gaining, and you're able to show them the increase in organic sales outside of that. So for us, this is just one of the most powerful tools that we have to be able to offer actual value to our vendors. We're able to literally show them step by step, and we're offering something that nobody else has access to whenever we're doing this. People who are advertising naturally, they don't have the same types of insights. They can't show growth in organic sales. They can't show literally just exactly how precise advertising can be. So one of the things that we do whenever, I don't know how much you know about TWF, but one of the things that we do is we work with vendors directly, and we offer value propositions or ways that we can help them beyond placing an order to get their to be able to help their products perform better on Amazon. And one of the concerns that a lot of our community members often have is, that's something I don't know how to do. And this is built for you because I don't know how to do advertising, I promise. But Teikametrics and Flywheel makes it so easy that you're able to just literally plug things in and it optimizes you over time.
The
process is insanely easy.
I mean, that's the beauty about just machine learning. It's a tossed around term a lot of folks say. I mean, machine learning is essentially boiled down to its core. It's the more data we have, the better we're able to perform based on the history that we're getting, from, and that's the other thing too, is even if you've never advertised before, you technically would be what we call doing a cold start, which is you don't have any data to support. We will actually pull in things like, that's why we actually pull into your product level and your organic sales too, to understand how this is sold in the past, what the conversion looked like, what your sales price is. That way you actually aren't starting fully cold. We're actually helping you jog before we start sprinting for you. So
for sure, man.
Yeah, it's super powerful stuff, man.
No, I mean, that's, what you're talking about really is, whenever you think about it, like the old school way of doing things, like just looking at just the sheer advertising data, it's just not enough anymore. Like it doesn't offer the level of insights and customization necessary to be able to really know how far your advertising dollar is going. Because the other methods that we're aware of didn't account for those organic sales. They weren't factoring in all these other awesome factors that help you understand if you're running a profitable campaign or not.
Yeah, well, you're exactly right. And I think it's kind of twofold. It's like understanding things that you weren't able to before. And then look, there are plenty of tools. I mean, you can create an Excel file that shows you like metrics, but like, how are you able to understand this and then apply it to your strategy? That's the big difference here. So not only are you getting very good software, I mean, our support is incredible. We're always, we try and lead by example and just put out very, very rich content that, we're going to be doing some exclusive content for you guys as well. I mean, we just want to make sure that you guys have enough in the TWF family that has everything you need to be successful. So that's why we're excited to work with you.
Right. I mean, that part of that is just understanding. And this is one of the things that I truly love about Teikametrics is you guys understand that there's just different ways to do this. There's different types of campaigns and different strategies that you can have in advertising. And that's, it just, the fact that you're working with professionals that understand this at a level makes your job a lot easier as a seller. Yeah, no,
exactly. That's the thing too, is, I've been in e-commerce for like the last 5 years or so. And one of the things when I was speaking with the CEO, Alistair, about joining Teikametrics is he didn't focus on the product. He didn't focus on this or that. He focused on the caliber of people who was already working at Teikametrics. I mean, Alistair was, Harvard grad, ex-Googlers, ex-IBM, Watson folks. A lot of our money has been spent on R&D and creating truly the world's best technology, and no smoke and mirrors here. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's, and what you guys have came up with and what you guys continue to produce is the industry-leading software. Whenever we were talking about the sponsored product optimizer, it was literally the best thing on the market at the time. Like, it was already the best. And then just this takes it to that next level. If I start working with a software company, I want to see that software is constantly evolving and constantly pushing itself to be the best in its space.
Yeah, it's the same way with you. Like, look, we feel very close to you guys and the family of, the entire, collaborative effort you all have put together. Same thing for you all as well. Is like every single time you roll out a training, it has to be up to date. It always changes. So I think same thing with us. I mean, we're part of the Amazon Developer Council, so we understand when things are happening or changing, and we're on the, we have the good graces to be able to do what we do. And it just, we want to make sure that we do things right and ethically and very, very white hat. Like, that's the only way you're going to win, is you do things the right way and you build proper businesses the way you can succeed in the future.
I mean, that's one of the things that we always teach in the TWF course as well is, there's a million ways to take shortcuts, and the shortcuts never really get you to the finish line. Like,
no, you'll spend more time cleaning up than what it took you to get there, right?
For sure. Before we jump into to you actually walking through walking through Flywheel
the solution,
I mean, what do you feel like makes it the best? Like, is it just the sheer automation? Like, that's the thing for me. I mean, just the fact that I don't have to manage it each and every day. That makes it phenomenal for us. It produces phenomenal results with minimal input, and that's what I love, is just being able to get something started and then walk away and not have to worry about it.
Yeah. So think of you being, obviously, the founder of an organization, and think about you being the CEO of a company, right? You want to delegate and make sure that you have the brightest minds and the right tools going out there and doing your work for you. And you want to be able to bring, hey, look, we've done all this stuff. By the way, we need your sign off on these few things. When you look at what we do, we call it human assisted SaaS. What that means is there are things that we can do a lot better than a human ever could, but there's still this human element that's like, hey, and we boil it down to about 15 minutes a week. As you come into the tool, we give you clear actions you should be taking, and there are things that we need your context and input on. So one prime example is one of the metrics we use is wasted ad spend. We see we're driving a lot of impressions and clicks, but no sales, so it's costing you money. We could go in there and remove that keyword for you, but maybe there's a strategic reason you're doing it. You want to bid up on a competitor's listing for some reason. Just one example. So that's an example where we pull it out for you, but you get to make the final check and like, okay, yeah, I agree. Let's make that move. So there are a lot of things we do on your behalf, and we keep a log of everything we're doing, sort of like a ledger that so you know what's happening and what the impact's been. But at the same time, too, there's still some things that will never replace the human element of a company. So we actually try and blend both, which is obviously why we're here. So.
I mean, it's that kind of thing. It's being able to come back 15 minutes, review those review what's happened, and make those decisions that you mentioned it earlier. It gives you the power to really be a CEO in your business. Because a lot of people, if you're out there, boots on the ground, literally doing everything yourself, you're not the CEO of your business. You're a manager, and there's nothing wrong with being the manager of your business. But if you
be real with yourself,
but I mean, really, if you want to get to the level of being a CEO, you have to do things like this. You have to outsource. You have to automate where you can.
And there's also beauty in doing things yourself because you know how hard it is and what you don't want to do, right? So, I mean, that's the way I look at it.
It's funny because that is the one way to make me want to stop doing things is realizing how hard they are. And that was that was actually true for advertising. Whenever we were trying to learn this and become proficient at it, it was just the time we were going to have to spend to be able to optimize to the level we wanted to wasn't possible. We were literally going to have to hire a human to do it. And at that point, it just, this software for me replaces a person.
Well, that's it. I mean, and that's the other thing too, is like how valuable is your time? Like how valuable is an hour in your day, let alone 6 to 10 that it would take in a week? How valuable is it that you make sure you're not making mistakes or, you name it. And like even the wasted ad spend, like we're showing you, hey, by the way, here's money to reinvest back in your business because we don't want you wasting the spend. You're right. It's about outsourcing to the right people or solutions that can really get the job done.
So brother, you want to take a test drive on this and show us exactly what Flywheel is?
Yeah, man, absolutely. We'll give you a step-by-step guide that'll come next. But before you all obviously take a look at it, thank you all. If you have any questions, we'll provide many ways for you all to get in touch with us as well. But yeah, let's take a look.
Hi, and welcome to the Teikametrics Flywheel product tour. Teikametrics Flywheel is a retail optimization platform that lets you analyze business, product, and advertising metrics all in one place. Let's take a quick tour of Flywheel and see how it works. We'll start on the Home tab. This is where you can come in to check on the health of your overall business and know your next steps. At the top of the screen, you can see your estimated gross profit. This is how much you've made in dollars over a given time period after accounting for FBA fees, Amazon commissions, and ad spend. Navigate to the date picker to change the time period that you're viewing. Tacos are both a delicious snack and a great way to see how your ad spend is impacting your overall business. It is calculated by dividing ad spend by total sales and tells you how much return you're getting for every dollar spent on advertising. At the bottom of the screen, you can see your opportunities and discover Flywheel. Opportunities are actions you need to take to impact your business. These can include entering COGS data, setting your max, or taking weekly keyword actions. The purple box under Discover Flywheel shows you how many bid changes have been executed by our price-aware bidding algorithm over the past 30 days. Taking sales data into account, the price-aware bidder calculates the right bid before your first conversion. saving you time and money. Simply click on the COGS notification to navigate to the product settings page and enter the cost of goods sold for your products. If you have a few products, you can easily enter your COGS in-app and hit Save Changes. If you have a large catalog of products, use the bulk import feature to download a template and upload your COGS. On the Flywheel product metrics page, you can see your most important metrics at the SKU level. Sort and filter by any of the metrics on this page to see how your products are performing. Sort by sales to see if your best-selling product is also your most profitable. Sort by margin to see if you should be pushing more advertising on those products that can sustain it. Scroll over to the associated campaigns column to see whether a product is being advertised, and if so, in how many campaigns. Use the search bar on top to search for products by name, child ASIN, parent ASIN, and many other criteria. The bar across the bottom totals up these metrics for you so you can see how a parent ASIN or group of products is performing. The advertising section is where you can manage your campaigns and make your ads more efficient. The dashboard gives you an overview of your ads performance and account level metrics. See how metrics like ACoS, cost per click, and conversion have changed over time. Under campaign performance, you can see how each individual campaign is performing, and most importantly, set your max ad cost per sale or max. Your max indicates your willingness to spend on advertising, and setting your max enables bid automation. A higher max could mean higher sales volume, but could result in higher ACoS and lower margins. A lower max might mean giving up sales volume to maintain a higher margin. Under keyword actions, you can add negative keywords, explore and exploit your best performing ones from your automatic to your manual campaigns, and refine match types on existing keywords. Select the recommendation you want to act on and hit Make Changes. Curious to see why bids were changed? Navigate over to Change History and click into Bid Changes. You can see what the old bid was, what the new bid is, and the reason for the change as well. Under the Analytics section, you can pick any two metrics to compare and see how they've changed over time. Use the presets or create a custom analysis using the drop-down menus. If you need help at any time using Flywheel, use Learn buttons to learn more about how a particular page works. Use the Help Center at any time to find resources and answers that you need. Excited to learn more about using Flywheel, the product metrics page, or just want to learn more about sponsored product strategy? Check out our Help Center.